Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And tonight, guys, we have it. We have the big breaking news. As I told you, stay tuned because could be any moment. It's not going to be a long saga. And now the deal is completed, and it's Diomande to Real Madrid. And it's a here we go deal in place between Real Madrid, Red Bull Leipzig, Diomande. Everything has been completed, and also important to mention that is no longer involved Paris Saint-Germain as part of this saga. A big story. Let's enter into the details and let's jump into it together. First of all, what happened tonight? Diomande, after an agreement on personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain in June, after an agreement on personal terms with Real Madrid yesterday night, as I told you, Real Madrid have entered very strong, have decided to go all in for Diomande. Now, basically what happened between Diomande, his camp, Rock Nation, the agency, and Real Madrid is that the player was expected to make a clear decision. Also, from Real Madrid, they wanted to feel what the player Diomande really wanted to do next in terms of next chapter, after agreeing terms with Paris Saint-Germain and with Real Madrid. And the answer from Diomande, after a meeting taking place today with his agents, is to communicate, I want to go to Real Madrid. So Diomande clarified everything tonight after having almost the same terms agreed with Real Madrid and with Paris Saint-Germain, long-term contract, the salary, everything was really similar between what Paris Saint-Germain agreed in June and what Real Madrid agreed 24 hours ago. It was on the player to decide, and the player has informed Red Bull Leipzig, has informed all the clubs involved, I want to go to Real Madrid. Paris Saint-Germain have left all the conversations tonight. Paris Saint-Germain are very upset with this story. Paris Saint-Germain are not happy at all. It's a very tense situation because Paris Saint-Germain were expected to complete the Diomande deal. Paris Saint-Germain moved on this file long time ago. At the beginning of the work, Paris Saint-Germain did a very hard work in order to try reach an agreement with the boy, try reach an agreement with his agents, move forward on club to club. So the conversations took place on several levels in order to advance. But then Paris Saint-Germain had several weeks to close the deal club to club with Red Bull Leipzig, and they also share a very good relationship. Don't forget they closed the deal for Xavi Simons a few years ago. So Red Bull Leipzig and Paris Saint-Germain are in very good connection, but they were not able to reach an agreement. Real Madrid enter. Real Madrid reach an agreement with Diomande. Real Madrid are prepared to go all in, and then Paris Saint-Germain tonight decided to leave the conversations and not advance at all on this file, on this topic. So it's over between Paris Saint-Germain and Diomande. Paris Saint-Germain tried in every way to enter, that's also important to mention. In the last 24 hours since Real Madrid move, Paris Saint-Germain wanted to understand if there was still room for a late attempt to get Diomande, but Real Madrid made a very strong entrance into this deal. Agreement with the player. Very good connection with the agency representing Diomande. Don't forget that is the same agency also representing Vinicius Jr. and the same agency representing Hendrik, for example. So the connection between Real Madrid, the agency, is also a point in this story. And then, important to say, the agreement between the clubs, because there is a verbal agreement being completed between Real Madrid and Red Bull Leipzig. The two clubs have agreed on basically everything. On Monday, so in the next 24 hours, Real Madrid and Red Bull Leipzig will be again in contact to exchange all the official paperwork, all the official documents, because at the end of the day you still need to check on the documents and to proceed with all the formal steps. They need to sign all the contracts, they need to approve all the details of the deal, but the verbal agreement, the broad agreement between Real Madrid and Red Bull Leipzig and between Diomande and Real Madrid is closed. Important to mention, guys, in the next 24 hours, it's going to be the time of the documents. So basically what's going to happen is that Real Madrid are going to send their official paperwork to Red Bull Leipzig. Red Bull Leipzig will officially accept the offer. Then the player will travel. We will see if it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, but it's going to be this week for medical test and contract signing. The contract is ready. Everything is done. And then, guys, let me mention one crucial part of this story. And it's about Real Madrid key figures. Jose Mourinho and Florentino Perez. Jose Mourinho wanted Diomande at all cost. He was mentioning, I want more speed. This was the message internally from Jose Mourinho. Up front, I want one more fast player, 1v1, goals, assists. We need more speed to be competitive at the highest level. This was the message from Mourinho. And then, important to mention also, on Florentino Perez side, the president decided to approve a big investment. Real Madrid are going to spend more than 100 million euros on Diomande between the fixed part and bonuses, and the most important thing to say is that Florentino Perez wanted to go all in, wanted to proceed very strong for Diomande for one reason. He wanted to give Mourinho what he wanted. He wanted to give Mourinho what he needed. He wanted to follow Jose Mourinho. When Jose Mourinho accepted to return to Real Madrid, he made clear that he wanted to make big decisions. He wanted to make an impact at Real Madrid, not just in terms of name, not just in terms of image, not just in terms of trophies, but also on the market. Jose Mourinho is behind many of the signings we saw at Real Madrid this summer, from Denzel Dumfries to Marco Correa to Ibu Konate, several stories. So Jose Mourinho has been driving several signings this summer, and also the name of Diomande is a name that Jose Mourinho was leading as a top target for Real Madrid in the summer transfer window. So Florentino Perez wanted to follow up, Florentino Perez wanted to go all in, and Florentino Perez wanted to go fast. The timing was crucial to anticipate other clubs. There were reports about Manchester City yesterday, fake news. Manchester City left the conversation for Diomande already last week because Manchester City tried to enter. Arsenal also tried to enter for Diomande. More than entering with bids, they tried to call and understand if there was still room for negotiation, room for discussion, but the answer arriving from the player side was no thanks. Diomande closed doors first to Liverpool, then to Man City, Arsenal and all the other clubs trying over this summer transfer window, and now Diomande made clear that his decision was to join Real Madrid. So all the formal steps are set to follow. Paris Saint-Germain have confirmed with a private statement that they are no longer part of this conversation. Now we have to be a little bit patient to have the famous comunicado oficial from Real Madrid, all the formal communications, but Diomande will be a Real Madrid player. That's the bomba of the night. We wait again also for the player to travel, but imagine how Real Madrid are moving on the market, from Marco Correa to Bernardo Silva to Diomande to Denzel Dumfries, several signings, several big names, and it's not over because Real Madrid could do even more in this summer transfer window based on opportunities, based on exits, so there are several things that we will go and check in the next days, so it's going to be very busy. So get ready guys, here on the channel is every single day. Remember guys to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and let me know your opinion. Diomande, Real Madrid and not Paris Saint-Germain. Diomande, desire to join the Real Madrid project. Diomande as another big signing for Real Madrid. I want your opinion on this crazy Real Madrid summer transfer window, and also on this super signing for the Blancos. Is the right choice not to go to PSG, to go to Real Madrid, no to the Premier League? So several topics, I wait for your opinion. See you soon, and thank you.